Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope you had a good day today. It was a good day for me. Sun was out again today. Whew, a little bit of burn today. It's like 25, 26 degrees and the sun was brutal. From right about 10 o'clock in the morning till about 7 at night, it was just brutal. Like almost too hot, like a hot summer day today. And tomorrow is supposed to be even hotter, which is good for right now, but doesn't bode too well for the future. We shouldn't be getting these days in East Canada in October. We just shouldn't. We shouldn't get these days in September in Eastern Canada. But it is what it is. So what did I wear today? I went with something some might say is a little too heavy for that kind of weather, but I didn't care because I wanted to wear it. That's Cuba Original by Parfums de Champs. Uh, Cuba Royal. For those of you who don't know, and most of you probably already figured out just from the name and the. Can you guess? Gold, Royal, 1 million. Uh, my thoughts on 1 million have changed over the years. I never hated the cologne when it first came out years and years and years and years and years ago. Um, but now I find myself really enjoying it. And I think it has to do, my tastes have changed. Maybe my sense of smell has evolved a bit, but my tastes have definitely changed. And I think that has more to do with, because when 1 million first came out, I found it a little too feminine with that rose and way too sweet, that bubblegum sweetness. But as time went on and I got exposed to more modern masculine scents being even sweeter and, dare I say, even more feminine, leaning more feminine, it's gone up the ladder without really having to do anything. It's just, for someone like me, it's better than a lot of those scents because it gives me that sweetness, the nice floral aspect, and it's not as feminine or as sweet as I remember it being. And I think that's just overexposure to things that are sweet and floral. You know what I mean? Over the last 10 years or so, where it's, especially the last five, where so many things are coming out, this new masculine smells that are just completely, I don't want to say feminine, but leaning feminine. So I think that's why I kind of appreciate it more now than I did back in the day, yo. Um, so that's my little talk on that. Um, how did I apply this? I wasn't sure if it was going to be strong or not. I read a while ago, wasn't years ago, that people said this was a nice, strong dupe, a good performing dupe. So I went mid-range, moderate with it. I put two in my moisturizer, one on the back of my neck, one on my chest, tank top on today, one on the tank top, one in each shoulder, and that was it. I didn't do any crinks of the elbow or anything else. I said, no, that should be enough. Ooh, was it ever? Um, well, not a beast performer like 1 million. Well, the older batch, I don't know if they've reformulated. I got an old batch here somewhere. Um, the old batch I have 1 million is a beast. Like I said, it is boom and nice. Like I said, I like it a lot more now. Um, it's a moderate performer. I got about 5 hours out of it. It projected for a good hour and a half, about an arm's length out there. Then it comes in pretty quick. Gave me a bubble for a couple hours, and then kind of a detectable skin scent for a couple hours, and then it was gone. So not bad at all for $7 Canadian. What's that, like $2.25 American? I mean, no, I think it's like five 60 something American. So not bad at all for $5 for Americans, $7 for Canadians. That's not bad at all, and it doesn't smell. Now it doesn't smell uber rich and just, but it doesn't smell. Smells a lot better than a $6, $7 cologne should. The initial blast, pure alcohol, of course, and that's only like 30 seconds a minute. And then this, I kind of like this one a little better than 1 million, and let me explain why. I wish it performed like 1 million, but the smell is, well, close, very close. Like I'm kind of just splitting hairs here now because it is pretty close. But I mean, that's what you want. You just want the differences. So what's the smell I get? Well, this has notes of vanilla, tobacco, cedar, ollie bannon, but they don't list all the notes like I could have, because I'm telling you right now, this is an initially a mint cinnamon, sweet cinnamon sugar spice with some mint right off the top. Boom. It hits you. You're picking up most of that sugary cinnamon, but there's a bit of an airiness and a greeny mint, just a little bit to it. And it's giving it just a little lift, so it's not just pure sugar cinnamon. And there's some other little spices in there. Again, nutmeg would be one. Maybe a hint of clove. It's a cinnamon spice, right? But mostly cinnamon and sweet cinnamon. And that's what's giving you that bubblegum vibe. But it's not as strong as the original 1 million, so I kind of like that a little better. You pick up a little more of the spices than you do in the original 1 million. Less of the rose, too. The rose comes in about 45 minutes into it. You start picking up on a little bit of that dusty rose. Not dusty rose, daddy. Oh, hard times, daddy. No, dusty rose. And it just adds to that cinnamon, and you get this kind of faint whiffs of a dusty rose with the sugar cinnamon, and it's very nice. And a couple hours after that, it becomes kind of a skin scent where this vanilla, which I do pick up in the original, but not. This is pretty much comes a vanilla, a slightly spiced vanilla scent with and the spice is more the cedarwood. Like cedarwood can give you that kind of peppery vibe. So it's kind of a peppery cedarwood and vanilla base, and it's gorgeous. The dried out especially, and so unfortunately it's a skin scent at that point, but I mean not undetectable, is one of the best I've smelled in a while. Like slight sweet vanilla with that spicy kind of cedar vibe. It's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, that's it. That's what it is. It's basically, if you smell 1 million, you smell this though. Like I said, I'm splitting hairs at this point. But I do kind of like this just a little better, especially that dry down. It's a lot better to me. I don't get some people get a lot of tobacco out of this. I don't get a whole bunch of tobacco. There's a hint of it, or a good amount of it, I should say. About an hour into it, this kind of tobacco leaf, a little earthy, comes up, but then it's just gone in like 20 minutes, and it's mostly, like I said, that cinnamon spice, sweet cinnamon spice still, with the rose. The rose kind of takes over from the tobacco, I'm guessing. But anyway, besides the point, it smells like 1 million. Everybody knows what 1 million smells like. If you don't, go smell it. I mean, where have you been? What have you been doing with your life? Go smell it. You might hate it. You might find it dated. Some people find it dated. It wasn't worn heavily around where I'm at, so maybe that's why I appreciate it a little more now too. But yeah, compliment factor, 2 compliments, and kind of a compliment. One, I was out with my friend tonight. We're getting coffee. She said, "Oh, I like that one. It smells good." Yeah, all right, her basic thing. Went to work to get milk. The girl behind the counter at work says, "Oh, Wayne, that's a nice one today." Yep, her basic compliment too. But the cutest one is I had to pick up my little niece and a couple of her friends from school today because her dad called into work. I was like, "Yeah, I'll pick them up." And they get in the car, and she says to me, "Uncle Wayne, your car smells nice." I said, "Thank you." And the other 2 little girls, "Yes, sir, it really does smell nice. What is it?" And I'm like, "Well, I think it's the cologne I'm wearing." And she leans over and she goes, "Yeah, that's it. I like that, Uncle Wayne." So I love compliments like that. Like it made my whole day. I was like, I love you, kid. Stupid kid, getting into my feelings. All right, guys, that's it. I hope you had a great day. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourself.